Yeah.
Here we go.
Fortress north of here, name of Bebenberg.
What?
Well.
Hi, welcome back to Panda Reacts. I'm Sandra and this is Can.
Hi.
And Panda. We're back in the Panda Lair for episode 8 of season 5 of The Last Kingdom. And last time, well, Uhtred's world just keeps getting crappier and crappier.
Nobody listens.
No, everyone blames him for everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we solved the whole thing was going to be Edward was going to give Aelswith to Stiorra if she swore allegiance to him. But since he killed her husband, we all knew that wasn't going to happen.
She's not super keen on that idea now.
So she said to her dad, "Oh yeah, sure I will." And then when she got in front of Edward, she was like, "No. I'm not going to."
Not gonna do it.
And then he was mad. He was going to kill her, but then he'd already promised Uhtred he wouldn't. So he was like, "You have like 24 hours to get out of here." So that's not good. Edward, big mistake when you killed Trigger. They could have worked out a peace at that point, knowing that Ethelhelm was the problem. They could have joined together and none of this would be a problem, but of course we have to create problems or we don't have a show. So that's exactly what's going on. So Stiorra's mad at Uhtred.
Mm-hmm.
Uhtred's mad at Stiorra because, like, come on, girl. So he decides, I'm going to go kill Brida instead because she's wandering close by. Pyrlig basically trotted into camp and almost died. So he goes, finds Brida, and they have this, like, moment where he's like, "I can help you find how you used to be before you became all bitter."
And then
Stiorra followed him. Arrow.
This is anger management classes in the 8th century. This is like murdering people,
dude,
to make yourself feel better.
Uhtred was hugging Brida at the time.
Yeah.
When she arrowed through Brida, the point came out.
Yep.
You could have killed your own father, too. Like, does that not bother you? Stiorra she's off the deep end right now. Like, she's annoying me. But it was baby Uhtred that got through to Uhtred and said, you know, you can still forgive her for the things that she did. Brida, not Stiorra. Now, I don't know how Uhtred's gonna be heading back to Aelswith, or if he goes back to Aelswith, because we all know that the Scottish king is trying to marry Aelswith at Bebenberg because Ethelhelm offered her up like it's his to offer, which it's not.
No.
You can have Aelswith, and you'd have like half of Mercia and like all this crap. We know that Aelswith or Ethelweird, whoever it is, the son of Edward, knows where Ethelhelm went. Where everyone else thinks he went to Wessex, he went up north. So we have to get that from him. And then we all have to head to Bebenberg to save Aelswith because she was with Edith and Aelswith. They were kidnapped. And then they fought the guards and they like flippin' won.
Aelswith did some stabby
McStabberson.
Killed that.
She almost left Edith to die. Let's just look back at that. When Edith was getting choked, Aelswith really had to think about it. Do I stab him or do I run for my life? She eventually saved Edith. And then Aelswith stupidly ran down the road. She didn't even hide or zigzag.
And she got snagged.
We've learned from Game of Thrones you gotta zigzag, dude.
Yeah, my remaining dude.
And he just scooped her up on his horse and off he went. And that reminds me that, yeah, I went back in after we filmed last episode to see if someone had commented on episode 6. And we did have a comment from C. Sophia S., our commenter, thank God, who wrote that they also really hate Aelswith. Yeah, I can't stand her, dude.
She'd be a dumbass.
She is so annoying. And everything that's happened is because she just won't listen. So yeah, she would have been in a nunnery, but that's better than dead or
It wasn't like she was going to get put in the nunnery permanently.
Yeah.
She was just being hidden in the nunnery. This isn't Hamlet, get thee to a nunnery type.
No.
This is go hide in the nunnery while we make sure that no one tries to kill you or kidnap you.
God, she's so dumb. Anyway, all that fighting that Aelswith did, and then she's like, now I gotta fight her again.
Do it all over
But
again.
they were yelling while they could have used the second horse. There are 2 horses. There were 2 dudes and 2 horses. So use the other horse and go. I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking.
It's not exactly like the three members of the Fellowship running across Rohan here chasing Uhtred. It's a couple of women trying to chase after a murderer. Who's kidnapped a woman. How's that likely to end? They accidentally got the upper hand with the other guy. Is it going to happen twice? No.
Are you saying that the women could not handle it on their own? Because I'm feeling like you're comparing women to hobbits right now and saying that hobbits are better than women.
I'm just saying Aelswith didn't exactly come across as as Eowyn beating the Witch King there.
Dude, Aelswith had a knife. She had a plan. She was ready to go.
She got lucky.
She didn't.
She got lucky and caught him by surprise.
No, she didn't because they planned. Remember, they planned to distract one of them.
Yes, I understand. It was
you are not giving them the credit they deserve. I'm really disappointed with you. Because that's just sucky. Yeah, the women triumph. Don't even with whatever.
I think she should have given the knife to Edith. She probably could have got both of them.
But the other one was with Elfwyn.
I know, but Edith, she's got...
What's she gonna do, throw it? Like Ninja Star the dude?
She probably could.
He got on a horse, man. No, you are so wrong right now. If people watch this, they're gonna be like, there's gonna be some woman hating on you, man. Okay. Anyway, on that lovely note, let's watch episode 8.
Stiorra.
Stiorra, I need to spank you. Get back here.
Stiorra. Stiorra, please come with me. We can go home.
You have no home. You
What?
have nothing to offer me.
Stiorra, you have suffered too much.
No. I no longer believe in destiny.
Destiny is all. That is his whole life is destiny. Stiorra, other people have lost people. Don't act like you're the only one.
There's no fate but what we make.
You've always spoken as though every action is part of some plan.
Lord Ethelhelm,
Don't speak to
we
me.
have visitors.
I am better than you.
Yeah, he just disrespects
Lady
everybody.
Aelswith is here.
No.
Then kindly tell them I will attend when I am ready.
Look, I'm not your servant.
I am not your lackey.
Exactly.
You may be an ally of King Constantine, but you're a guest in my
I
fortress.
am ready. All debt to me is paid.
Pleasure.
Good. Now I'm no longer in your service, so now I can say whatever I want.
Tonight we celebrate your arrival. Drink well, feast well, all. Great energy will be required for the times ahead.
Why are you at the head of the table? This is not your house.
All I do is for the good of the Saxons.
It didn't answer the question.
Edward is grown tyrannical.
Tell that to the Danes of Rumcofer killed on your order.
Each one complicit in the murder of my daughter. Your people will sing of you as Aelswith the Great.
They will not.
Your reign
They will not.
will hold in the
No.
same esteem as Charlemagne.
Right.
No.
Yeah. The first Holy Roman Emperor.
Raised
Right.
a minster.
Stiorra has been a queen. She cannot live in Rumcofer as a trader's wife. Besides, too much has happened there for it to be a place of sanctuary.
Nevertheless, 'tis all we have.
No, you have Bebbanburg. Let's go. Let's go. She can be the queen of Bebbanburg.
families have fled to Wessex, Lord. They have settled there waiting for us.
Our lives in Runcover are destroyed. Let the dead rest in peace, eh?
But it can be a home. A real home. For us, for our families.
If you command Runcover, we'll follow you. But I asked, is there another path?
Yes. Bebbanburg. Well, I do own Bebbanburg, technically. I could try getting that again. I tried before. Lost Bianca. Wasn't a good move. Get up, Edward. The priest has made it there. He wants to tell you stuff.
One moment. Prepare for a new attack.
The Danes? Or Ethelholm?
Neither. Shorter and more vicious.
My dear son.
Aelswith.
What happened to your plan to spirit Aelfwin away from Mercia?
It went awry. Edward, why do you hesitate?
I'm not hesitating! I'm simply not rushing blindly to action.
Edward,
Please do not argue with me, Mother.
She is Ethelflaed's child.
I am aware of her bloodline.
I did not mean to call you. I would kneel, but my bones are stiff from.
No, I quite understand. You are no longer young and
from slaughtering a man with my bare hands.
She's really bringing that up a lot. I killed him myself.
I drove a knife through his neck.
That's my bare hands.
I was not wearing gloves.
Therefore, it was my bare hands.
You have silver. You could easily buy the men to find her. Silver? For the honor of saving the blood of Alfred.
I merely
Men should be paying me a privilege for fighting in her name.
Girl! She's just giving you some reality.
I'm sorry. I have to take care of my daughter.
Yeah, no more. I'm done. Tired of fixing all the problems for you people.
So what
There's
shall I
nobody.
do?
Lord Aldhelm,
Not today.
will you ask for me to speak with the king?
I will summon you when the time is right.
My business is urgent. Lord Ethelhelm is fomenting rebellion.
We know this. He will be stopped.
I am not so certain. He has the Scottish army on his side.
Lord Ethelhelm, where will we find him?
Here we go.
Fortress north of here, name of Bebbanburg.
What?
Well, I could be of use now.
That's my fortress.
I could make that fortress
Hey,
mine.
dude. What?
I did not sleep at all.
The howling of the wind can unsettle those.
I'd throw all that food
such
at him.
things. Please eat, and you'll find the food is not what you're used to.
It is the food of my lands.
And what a bounty your lands provide.
I do not wish to be traded like cattle.
I do not see any other purpose for you.
Excuse me?
You are not a queen.
Excuse me? Well, technically, I kind of am.
Father Benedict told us of their plan. We have a moment to strike whilst they're unprepared. It would be foolish not to use it.
I can assure you I am not foolish.
Well, then,
Only unwilling to behave as my enemies dictate.
dude.
So we divide those enemies. We leave immediately. We cut off Constantine before he even reaches Bebbanburg.
But what will stop Constantine from making another incursion in years to come?
No, you can't.
Fortify the lands north of Bebbanburg and I hold them for you.
Yep. I am Uhtred of Bebbanburg.
Uhtred, Lord of Bebbanburg, just as you always wanted.
Oh,
You
yeah.
hold it alone.
Not alone.
You have found the men I sought to return Aelfwin when you refused, I see.
Yes, thank you very much for this. So then when you are dead, who holds the north after you? And though I owe that man a debt, I cannot put that debt nor that man's ambition above the lives of my people.
You're talking about Uhtred?
Yes.
That's so
Constantine's
rude.
reputation is that of a man who seeks to protect Scotland at all costs above all else. In exchange for marrying Aelfwin and isolating Lord Ethelhelm, we will divide Northumbria in two to create an area of fortification around the Scottish border.
You would split Northumbria. These are lands my forebears died for, Saxon lands.
Now, finally, you're a Saxon.
I stand with Uhtred.
Well, there we have it. Not only Lord Ethelhelm seeks to rebel.
With respect, Lord King. It is not only Lord Oldham who believes you to be wrong. I stand with Uhtred.
I would urge you to follow the counsel of Lord Uhtred.
And she hated him for
Your
like
father
ever.
trusted his judgment. As should you.
Athelstan, my boy, what do you say?
Oh.
I will follow Lord Uhtred.
Woot! Dang, Athelstan.
Hannah's impressed.
Not sure things are going your way, Lord King. As I told you, Uhtred.
What the heck?
I will brook no more defiance. I am a just king, but think on those who I have crushed. Think on the Ealdorman. Think of Sigtryggr.
Don't you even.
The gates will be closed to all. No one will leave on penalty of execution.
Are you kidding me right now?
Then the Mercian Guard will be ordered to ram the gate down.
You can try to fight us, Lord King, but we will fight back. You delay, and we lose the advantage. So you can join our mission, or you can flounder here. But we will be gone by sunrise.
Yeah, you're not keeping me here.
Choose!
Damn, Edward. Edward's a big stupid head. How dare you pull your swords on Finan and Sihtric? Uhtred will kill you. He will kill you. He'll chop your head right off. Are you kidding me? Uhtred has sacrificed his entire life to do exactly what Alfred and Edward wanted. To help them this far. To shelter Athelstan. To make sure that everything, is good for Wessex. And then Edward pulls this stunt where no one agrees with him, so he's stomping his feet and saying, I will execute you if you try to leave. Go ahead, try, dude. Uhtred's like, we're leaving. I don't care what you say. Like, we'll fight your guards right now. Like, let's go. Because, like, what? Aelwith is ticked. She's threatened to throw herself off the castle wall, which she won't do, but she should. Because she has to marry the Scottish king. The Scottish king is kind of like making some alternate plans as well. He's not totally in Ethel. Ethelhelm is being the worst guest at Bebbanburg. He talks it down like it's a piece of crap and its food is gross. And he sits at the head of the table and everyone talks back to him, which is great because the priests talk back to him. And the Lord of Bebbanburg currently talk back to him. So it was like, yeah, and for some reason, Aelfweird is not picking up on any of this. He's like, too bad, Aelfwin. When I got here, I was like, I don't want you to force you, but I have to do what my grandfather says. Your grandfather was in charge of killing your mom.
Yep.
Your mom, dude.
That kid be gullible.
Somebody's got to tell him this, because nobody did, and I thought the priest knew when he didn't say anything. He did say a few things that, your orders to kill all the Danes in Rumkova. And he's like, oh, the Danes killed your mom. And he's like, no, they didn't. And then luckily Benedict left. But is that part of Ethelhelm's plan? Because he let him go. He didn't. I thought he was going to kill him right away. Because he was like, don't think that you know me. Yeah, we know you. You're a snake. Like, devil. So yeah, nothing's going well there. Aelswith was pretty proud of herself for killing the dude with no other bare hands. She mentioned that like 3 times. I killed a man with my bare hands. You might be exaggerating, my lady. Well, I had no gloves on. I used a knife. It's still with my bare hands. That was hilarious. So yeah, they're all... Well, Uhtred wasn't going to go look for Aelfwin, but then he found out that they were all holed up in Bebbanburg. Oh.
It's like fate is at work again because...
Destiny is all.
He can serve the purposes of Wessex if he can get Edward to agree. And he can serve his own family's purposes by recapturing his kingdom and holding the north for the Saxons.
Yeah, how about we throw Edward off the throne, we can have Ethelstan be king, because Ethelstan knows what the heck's going on. And, yeah, that would be better. So Uhtred was talking to Pyrrhic and kind of saw this Bebbanburg thing as possibly his destiny to go back. The irony of it all was not lost on him. Mm-hmm. He said he tried to get it before and he wasn't prepared. No, he wasn't. We lost Beocca. But you didn't know what you were up against. This time I think you kind of know better what you're up against.
Well, do you? I mean,
you got the Scots.
He's got to cut the Scots off before they get to Bebbanburg. That's the only
Well,
option.
You've got Mercia.
Because once you've got the Scots ensconced in Bebbanburg, then you're never going to push them out.
No.
So the key is to catch them while they're on the road.
Well, yeah.
Push them back into Scotland.
And Ealdhelm was like, excuse me, but I promised to protect Ethelflaed's child, and you are not doing that. So Mercia is going to be going ahead on helping Uhtred. Yeah. He's like, you will break my kingdom and my peace? Well, you were going to give half of Northumbria to Scotland.
To Scotland.
And he thinks this whole thing is about Uhtred getting Bebbanburg back. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? That's not even true. It just so happens Æthelhelm's there, so they have to go to Bebbanburg. Has Uhtred brought this up in the last, decade he's been helping you? No, he did not. This is not his ambition. He's getting Elfwin back at the same time to get Bebbanburg so that perhaps, he was like, Edward is all like, well, who's going to be the Lord after you? It's like, well, who knows? It could be your son that can't have any kids. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up again. I do have a mystery child you know nothing about, which I've hidden. And I have Stiorra, who's been a queen before. If she can stop being such a jerk for 5 seconds and have, she has the monopoly on grief right now. She's told Uhtred, you never felt like... I'm like, dude, Uhtred's lost his wife. He lost his first baby, remember that? Mm-hmm. And that wife. Yep. And then he lost another wife. Yes. He lost Ethelflaed. Yep. He's lost Beocca.
Let's not forget he lost his whole family in the start of this thing.
Oh, his whole family was murdered.
And, only him and Brita were left.
He lost Ragnar, his brother.
Now he's lost Brita too.
And Brita. So, Stiorra, how about you sit down? You knew Sigtrygr for a year or two. And yeah, you were in love with him, but Uhtred has lost so many people, and all he cares about is Stiorra and little Uhtred and the mystery baby.
I'll remind that it's Uhtred's actions that allowed her to have that relationship with Sigtrygr in the first place.
Yes.
So,
he gave her the queendom, basically, to start. So he's beating himself up. I haven't protected my children. Dude, Uhtred, you protected them constantly. You hid... Didn't he put them... baby Uhtred went off to monkdom. Mm-hmm. And Stiorra, she was around... But whenever she was in trouble, he went and protected her. Seriously. He tried so hard, and then she shot his only family remaining, who he was, trying to turn around and was doing a pretty good job of it. He didn't tell them that Stiorra shot her. He came back and he's like, well, it's a story for another time, but you were right. She did... We were making progress. But, so unfair. So then Edward gets all ticked off because he doesn't want to go after Elfwin because he feels he's playing into Æthelhelm's hands. But is he? Nobody really... We don't know. Æthelhelm thinks he is the total package right now. He's like, I'm in charge of Bebbanburg. He basically is being a total jerk.
Bad house guest.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to throw him out on his... And it's going to be Uhtred.
Yeah. It's going to be Uhtred. That head's going to come off, man.
No one's going to cry,
Nope.
When his head ends up on a pike.
Yeah.
Certainly not his current hosts. The Scots don't care.
Edward's playing fast and loose with who will be his heir.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, 1 minute he's like, my baby. The next minute he's like, Ethelstan. But then Ethelstan didn't say what he wanted. And Ethelstan's like, well, I'm supposed to speak the truth, and here's what the truth is. And Edward's like,
I don't like it. Nope,
well, now the baby will be king because Aelswith is lost to me. I disenfranchise him. And it's like, dude, come on. We know Ethelstan's the next king.
Yep.
Yeah, history has already told us this. So, so basically, Ethelstan is he's doing a good job. I do believe he was a good king in history as well. We're leading up to the resolution of the entire show. Uhtred getting his freaking Bebbanburg back, which he was boosted from at the very beginning when his uncle tried to kill him and took over Bebbanburg. Yep, because they did kill. What happened? His brother's head got cut off. Do you remember how Uhtred's brother died? Because his brother was the heir, and then something happened to the dad, and Uhtred was going to be the king, the lord.
And then, of course, the bad uncle took over.
Yeah, then the uncle, who I believe had everyone killed anyway, took over, and Uhtred ran for his life. Uhtred ended up with the Danes, and at the same time, Breda was part of a village of people, and she was taken by the Danes too, because she survived whatever happened to her family too. So then they grew up together, and it wasn't so bad. And then Ragnar, he also lost his other sister, the redheaded one. What was her name? She died in that fire, remember? She was underneath the house, wasn't she? Yeah. Oh my God. Bianca's wife. Yeah, so that wasn't cool. I'm forgetting what her name was. Well, if you like our videos, please subscribe and leave a comment and give a like. And join us for episode 9. Bye.